Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Nicole and it is windy out here. Let's do a real quick garden tour. Hopefully this wind is not being mean to my microphone. Anyway, let's do a real quick garden tour. Plus, let me show you what happened around here last night. So, if you like this video, think about giving it a thumbs up, subscribing on the link down below, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime there are new videos, and let's get this thing started, shall we? So welcome to weather in Missouri, or should I say approaching spring in Missouri. We had a storm blow through last night, and it blew all this tree limb here, and a bunch of this tree limb stuff over here out of the tree that got hit by lightning 2 years ago, I think it was. 3 years ago, maybe. That's not even all of it. If you've paid any attention at all, you'll notice the trampoline is missing. Like, it decided to take flight overnight. It is now back in the fence row between our house and the neighbors. And at first my husband thought that it really didn't do much damage to it and that we could save it, but it tore the trampoline mat, it's missing springs, and the frame is bent. But a friend of mine posted a picture on Facebook, and I think I'll take the tree limbs and the trampoline mat over this. We also had this little guy. He's not much of anything. No big deal. Wow, that wind was just horrible, so I have to do a voiceover. But the other thing that really we had was my husband had a saw that was sitting out, a table saw, and it got flipped over. Otherwise, we're not going to complain. I haven't found anything else that just was totally flipped or anything, but I've seen some pictures that are kind of scary. So I think I'll take what we have and say thank you, Jesus, and move on. And also say let's pray for those who had it worse off. I really need my lapel mic, or my road mic, but they're in the house. So sorry, I'm gonna block the wind as best I can. Let's just go ahead and do a real quick garden tour since we're at the end of February. I'm not sure how that happened. So some of these are bulbs that I planted last fall when we did the big garden haul over on the other side of my driveway, which we'll see in a few minutes. And I actually have some flowers that are totally confused. And this joke right here totally sets you up for what my flowers and plants are going through right now. So, just me over here trying to make sure you can hear me. So basically right here I am pointing out that I found more weeds. And obviously we know this about me, and that's something we love about me. Or maybe not. It is a thing. I need to get out here, get all those leaves raked up and out of here. Go ahead and freshen up these beds. That is still planted to asparagus. We are now going on to year 3, I believe, of the asparagus being there. So 1 to 2 more years, maybe, and we'll actually be able to harvest, because usually it's a 3 to 5 year to get it established. So here's the garlic. Our garlic is confused, like all the other flowers and plants, because we'll go from really warm weather to really cold weather to hello, I don't know what this is, to the 5th winter to well, this was my tomato bed last year. I need to get out of here and imagine that, pull weeds. As well as this bed, it's getting taken over by ground cover. This shouldn't be too hard to pick up. This bed has a lot less of the ground cover, but it does have some. I've got a few little places I need to pick here in this bed, and it's good. Same way with this bed here. And this bed here. Actually, if you notice, I have some onions. This bed actually looks, fairly decent compared to what it has in the past. I had to come in and add a little more soil to some of these beds, but and then this was a range of stuff last year, and it's doing fairly well. I do need to pull the onions up here. I think I talked to you in one other video about onions and how they are a biennial. So the first year they'll bulb, and the second year they put on seeds basically. And these are from starts. And when you buy starts are actually the second year. So most starts will go ahead and bulb. You can convince them to, but sometimes they go to seed. And I believe that's what I had happen with these bulbs last year, because they just didn't do anything. So I've started onions in the house, but we'll see where they're at. You're going to hear my dog in the background. The Basset, not the Aussie. This bed, or this garden, it's always been the problem child, and I need to get out here and do something. Now, why did I bring you to my chicken coop, which really hasn't been featured a whole lot when it comes to anything, really. We built this, we got the bright idea to build this chicken coop when there was snow on the ground, and it was like negative 14 degrees out in 2021. That was a while ago. But look at that! We bought chickens. There are 15 of them. Oh, there's an egg. Clear over there, outside the chicken box. I'll have to get in there and get it in a little while. Hello, ladies. There are 15. These are cinnamon queens, I believe is what they're called. We have a chicken in the box. Oh, we've got an egg in the box. We have a chicken over here in the box. I'll leave her alone. I'll come back later. We're gonna go the house in reverse because, I don't know, it sounds like fun. I have a bunch of lights I still need to pick up, apparently from last night's storm, although some of these have fallen over for other reasons. The rose bush, I need to trim him back. He's getting big and unruly. It's about time to come in and trim all the mums. That is a butterfly bush right there. Hey, there's weeds. Go figure. We're going to have to get after the weeds. Another mum to trim back. It'll be interesting to see if the mum comes back in this little enter here and here. There's my big mum that I have had for years, and my husband, if you heard the whistle, sees me on the ring. Weeds, I should have, there we go. These are hyacinths. They are starting to come up, as well as I noticed the other day, I've got some tulips that have decided to start coming up. I don't know. There's some right here. Whoop, and some right there. I hope they make it, because again, we are not out of the clear we're not into clear just yet, out of the cold and whatever. I do have weeds. Need to get control over the weeds. That is the goal this year. Control the weeds. Wish me luck. Another one to trim back. The Arctic redwood, dogwood, firebird. I don't know. Gosh. I stumble on this every year. Arctic fire dogwood. That's what it's called. Arctic fire dogwood. The mum. Rosebush. I mean, nothing's really changed, so it's kind of a moot point. We get over here, in the shade, nothing's changed, it's all the same. So yeah, there's that. Okay, now we're out here in the new bed. I do have things that are starting to sprout up. Again, are they confused? Are they not? They are early spring bulbing plants for the most part that you plant in the fall and they come up in the spring. We got some over there. So it will be interesting. Try and get in here, and I believe that one is a hyacinth. It'll be interesting to see all this stuff and hope that I'm trying to block the wind with my body, because we're out in the middle of the open and spring in Missouri is very windy. So it will be interesting to see if some of this stuff actually goes ahead and gets to come up, or if the weather kills it, because we are at the end of February, 1st of March. March is the month that brings in spring. And yes, it brings in spring, but it also brings in, we've had every bit of 18 to 20 inches of snow on spring break when I was back in high school. So, I mean, I have some weeds. Hey, imagine that. I don't know. This is more like grass, because this was grass prior to. And then I've got this row of stuff coming up right here, just on the outside edge of where all my mulch is. So I don't know if I accidentally planted and just didn't mulch into it, not realizing, or the mulch has moved. It's a good question, one I don't know the answer to. Y'all, my truck was clean yesterday, and then it rained last night, and now it's not. Last but not least, we have the 2 barrels here. One of them I had planted. I believe I planted that one out last year, and my oldest planted this one out last year. The one up at the corner of the house is the one my little planted out. This is supposed to have stuff that is a perennial. That was all annual. Most of this was annual. So we'll get to replant the planters out again this year. But it's still too early, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I do see green in there, but I think it's weeds. Like, that just seems to be my luck. So one last thing that we need to document for this garden tour update is, these are, on this half of this tray, are the Australian brown onions. On the other half of our tray are shallots. They're not doing as well as even though we were, I don't know. Those are Spanish sweet onions. Those are actually the ones back there from Baker Creek. None of them are doing well from the Fairy Morse except this one little guy. My Rosella tomatoes are starting to come on really well. Got a few rosemary popping up, but meh. The sage is actually doing better. I've got some that's not, and some that is. It's kind of hit and miss. Our basil is doing okay. The plain parsley is doing well. No cilantro. Chives are not doing so hot. The arugula is doing pretty well. The spinach, could be better. We have collards and mustards doing very well. And the fennel, not so hot. But we're getting ready to start all of our seeds, and I'm so excited! So let's come over here in the shade, even though it is still really, really, really bright. Like, it's killing my eyes how bright it is out here. But anyway, thanks for taking this little garden tour jaunt with me. I hope you enjoyed. I don't ever use the word y'all, and my littlest has picked up y'all for some reason, so I threw it in there, maybe just for her. Okay, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below on how to get rid of these darn weeds, please. I need help. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification. Leave me a comment. Oh, we already talked about that. Okay. I guess I'm out. See you later. Bye. Hey. Look, I hit the record button. There's the axle bob. What are you doing? What are you doing? Did you want to say hi too? Did you want to say hi too? Okay. See you later. Bye. And she doesn't care to say hi. She just wants you to rub her belly.